Reema is a writer, actress, artist, and life coach from Bangladesh. She writes memoir and personal essays. She also writes for Dear Reema, where she replies to letters on life, love, and healing sent in by readers. She's represented by Lisa DeMona of Writer's House. Her first memoir, I Am Yours, is being circulated presently among publishers. The name Reema means limitless in Sanskrit and poetry in Persian. You can find her at reemazaman.com.
Thank you so much, Don and Lydia, and the entire writing community of Portland. I've never felt love and inclusion quite like this before, and I'm so grateful. Can you guys hear me all right? Should I be closer? A little bit closer? Okay, and I will get louder. Sort of the disclaimer before I start dating anyone. This is a piece from my memoir. I haven't performed anything from it, so thank you very much for being here with me for this very special moment. And the entire book is written as though I'm speaking to my imaginary best friend from childhood who I've never released. Tomorrow I'm going to be 33. And this piece is from 10 years ago. The nightmares. I am 23. New York, 2007. A mundane Monday. The subway doors open. A mouthful of us spit onto the platform. We scurry, each person in a different stage of Grady Swift. It's rare to find a born and raised New Yorker. Most of us have come here with a fervent mission, arriving on the wings of a wish. We plunge into the flow, weave our narrative with each other's, and move as one pulsing organism. I emerge from underground. The crisp evening envelops me in a gulp. I turn the corner and stumble into an old colleague, an actor like myself, a friend. What a great surprise, he says. It's been so long. Dinner? Friday? Sure. We met a few years ago in the summer between my sophomore and junior year in college while working at Williamstown, a renowned theater festival. He was a bit older than me in graduate school at Brown. We became close friends the way everyone does in a community of artists. In the performance arts, we cultivate closeness through specific practices. For weeks or months, we do exercises to foster trust and loyalty and love. We divulge achingly personal stories. We spend long hours rehearsing in the studio, on stage, and on the road. Therefore, by the time we perform, you believe that we are family, siblings, best friends, or lovers. As actors, it's our job to communicate intimacy. Thus, once two actors have worked together, we are allied for life. We are part of a larger loving tribe, generations deep. It's understood we don't zombie this. Dinner is wonderful. He's wearing a button-down shirt and jeans. I'm wearing a short sundress and ballet flats. We share stories and laugh. My apartment is around the corner, so I invite him up for tea. We talk and feel the attraction. He kisses me, I kiss him back. It's all delightfully harmless. It's getting late. I walk into the front door adjacent to my bedroom. Good night, thank you for a great time. He wants more. He kisses me again, harder. He pushes me against the wall, my 5'4", 105 pounds, feeling pitiful to his 5'11", 180 pounds. You have to leave. I keep my voice light but persuasive. He tries to force me onto the bed, forcefully, not remotely, playfully. I hold my ground. No, you have to go. No, he says, grinning, his teeth glowing in the darkness. I am not going anywhere. The air has thickened like blood clotting. Dread curls around the edges of the room like the scent of rain before the sky slits open. He comes towards me, I back away. I breathe through my nose to calm my lungs and pace my heart. My mind sifts through every case study and self-defense lesson memorized in college as a women's studies student. I bolster myself with tactics, place one hand on each side of his head, dig hard into his eyes with my thumbs, knee him in the groin, bite, kick, scream, urinate. The shock and disgust might unsettle him, letting me run. He grabs me. I steel my body against his, twisting my torso and arms the way I was taught to do with assaulters. But the vile truth, as bitter as vile, he is much too strong. I fight with all my might, flaying like a fish caught on a hook. He keeps his hold on me and the tussle flings us onto the bed. My left cheek is pressed against his shoulder and turned towards the wall. My room is pink. I painted it this way, pink with a daisy yellow trim. Growing up, I had always wanted a pink room. There's a Benjamin Moore, a block down from my agent's office. The day I signed with him, I gave myself a pink room. I'm trying to create something soft for myself within the black and gray bruise that is New York. Life can be so surprising. Just as crayons fail to taste like their names, paint on a wall will be much brighter than paint in a can. I envisioned a light blush pink, but ended up with pink as vivid as flesh, sliced open. Now, I'm inside a mouth. Lining the flesh pink walls are stacks of books, arranged in a way I think is pretty. My bed frame is lovely too. Black wrought iron in a delicate pattern of leaves and flowers, much like the tattoo on my ribcage. It tucked in that small spot between my breasts. I chose that spot, believing no one would ever find it unless invited. I found my bed frame on Craigslist. It didn't come with a bed spring, so I balanced it on plywood boards. I haven't stopped fighting. I'm still trying to wiggle out from beneath him. He's pinned my wrist above my head, first with both his hands, and then with only one. With the other hand, he's undone his jeans and hiked up my dress. Now he knees apart my legs and enters. As he jams in, I force myself to imagine that what I am feeling is an inanimate instrument, like those found in a gynecologist's office, which, given my age, I've only been to thrice. Now he grunts and grunts, his upper lip, forehead, palms, and torso growing clammy with sweat, saturating the room with his scent, musky male yet acutely his own. Cracking like lightning, the wooden boards beneath my mattress break from our combined weight and exertion. The mattress tilts like a split bone, it juts into the air at an awkward angle, shaking with each thrust. The broken boards scratch my flesh-pink walls. "You're just too beautiful," he says, hissing between groans. Astonishing, the power of the human word. Through a meager handful of sound and suggestion, I feel guilt for being myself and fury for having it used against me. I wish to be anyone but myself, to be anything but attractive, to disappear and remain hidden indefinitely. I wish these things, and I hate him for it. I've looked left, right, and down, and so now I look into him. His sounds, scent, and desire have filled the room full of him, yet he's completely left. His pupils have dilated so deeply his entire eyes go black, dulled of light, dead of any humanity. I'm still repeating, "You have to go, you have to go, you have to go," though I don't know who I'm referring to, him or myself. I'd be happy for either one of us to vanish. Now I switch to saying, "No, no, no," spitting the words like seeds I won't take. Here we are. This is happening. The horrifying certainty hits me in the face like raw steak slamming a chopping board. Perhaps because he too believes this is an assured reality, his hold on my wrist slackens. This moment of sloth is all I need. I slip my wrist out from his hands, press the heels of my palms against his shoulders, and push with all my might. "No!" I yell. The sudden volume and physical force are enough to shock him backwards. He comes at the same time he falls. If this weren't rape, if I weren't terrified, if my voice weren't hoarse from being ignored, I'd be embarrassed for him. I scoot back until I'm against the wall, hugging my legs onto my chest. My throat is chapped, I taste blood. I must have bitten my tongue. It'll hurt tomorrow. Silently, swiftly, he puts on his clothes. I say it once more. Leave! He does. After his words, you're just too beautiful. He hasn't said a thing. I don't call anyone for help. I sit in the dark for 15 minutes, listing my options and weighing the cost of each. I'm here on my OPT visa. My agents will sponsor my next visa, and if I obtain enough professional credits, I can accrue a green card. Every minute and penny is devoted towards the next meal, next audition, next job, next rent check. I am working so hard to live here. The fine print behind my immigrant status claims I'm not to be treated any differently than an American woman, but often the fine print fails to inform reality. Similarly, the minutiae behind immigration include nothing to suggest that pressing charges against a rapist could compromise my status, or when I apply for a green card. But all it takes is for my case to land in the hands of that one immigration officer who finds pleasure in turning the innocuous into injury. I cannot harm my chances for living here. I love America beyond words. I haven't a place in Bangladesh. But here, I can pursue the life I want, to be a voice for those without one. The irony is acutely painful. I won't press charges. I have to be quiet now to be a voice for others later. The hardest fact to reconcile is that my silence allows him the wicked freedom to do this to other women. This thought of hypothetical others brands me with guilt. What now? Get him off you. I take a shower. Scrolling down and along the walls of the stock exchange are statistics and stories I've learned and lived as a girl and student. What a twisted joke. I feel the inertia of tears build, and with them my heartbeat, sounding like the decisive march of soldiers, resolute and incoming. So immense grows my panic that it drowns out the sound of water and sucks in my breath. I begin to choke. Stop! Breathe. I breathe. This is anger and self-pity, two faces of fear. Fear, another luxury I cannot afford. My story. He is but one page, one character. It doesn't occur to me for a second to feel somehow small, dirty, or damaged. This wasn't sex, this was assault. He is not a man, nor all men combined. He is one predator. He is a scab, and Mama taught me not to pick scabs, especially if they're human. Under my makeshift waterfall, I speak these words. They bloom, then distill into one sentence. Only I author my life. I step out of the water. Now, the wrecked bed. I return the wooden slats to their precarious balance, angling them on the thin lip of metal, making sure they don't succumb to gravity. I lift the mattress. I smile, not from the strength in my arms, or from the lack of trembling in my hands. I sleep. The next day arrives, followed by another. The days form into months, months into years. I don't hear from him, but I will run into him. I will run into him because we are both actors, our world is tiny, and because life has a harsh, wise way of doing what she does. She will give us things as provocation to die quicker or to grow. I will read about him in the Times. I will see him in auditions. One time, I will sit across from him on the subway. How are you? I will ask, looking him in the eye. In response, he will move through every shade of pale and burn. He will shudder and shake. He will break eye contact while I will refuse to break eye contact. I will smile. I will wonder, have you become more than your past pieces? Over time, I will meet an uncanny number of men like him. With each person, I grow better at sensing the volatility beneath the sheen. I feel it like incoming rain. He holds the dormant capability to inflict pain. Tally the encounters, and I run out of fingers and toes. The idiom, everything happens for a reason, has never sat well with me. One cannot blurt, everything happens for a reason to a person who's just lost a loved one, been raped, or been diagnosed with cancer. The truth I prefer is, I assign my experiences their reasons. The reason behind this one evening wasn't to lose my faith in men, life, or my instincts. The reason for this one night, the purpose behind this one night was it proved my resilience. My beauty and youth will fade, people and money will come and go, but my ferocious passion to live is mine evermore. Startling, realizing this lights something within me. For the first time in my life, I like myself. Life is masterful at being fearsome. But I have myself and I have you. Dear one, you are my loyal witness. You haven't disowned me. You have stayed, though life has grown painful. You have listened, as though I matter. For all that and more, I love you.
Ah.